From the first video I introduced quadratics and sort of in the form of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to leave it in the form here. Y equals a bracket x take alpha x take beta. Now there's a reason for that, and the way we do that is we factorize, and we'll be going into looking at factorizing a little bit later on. Now remember, a cannot equal 0, because if a equals 0, well then the whole equation equals 0. Now, what graph this will look like, just sketching it, you have your y and x axis, is it might look something like this. Now the reason why I know it's like this, because it's positive. This would have a positive sign out the front. A is not negative. So that means we have a U shape and it comes with a minimum. When it's positive, we have a minimum. If that was negative, if there was negative A, our graph would look like that and we would have a maximum. But we'll be going into that a little bit further down. Now, when the equation is in this form, these two pieces of information here, the alpha and the beta, are useful. Now, I can tell straight away that the graph I've drawn based on this information is incorrect, and I'll tell you why. What it would actually look like is something like this. And the reason why is because these values here are the x-intercepts. So that would be alpha and that would be beta. And I know that is because y equals 0, but that's at the point where y equals 0. So that's y equals 0 is here and here. And when to get that is you have to make either what's in this bracket here equal to 0 or what's in here equal to 0. And if I've got negative alpha, well, there, so alpha take alpha is 0, so then there's 1 here, and beta take beta is 0, so there has to be 1 there. So that means they're my x-intercepts. So straight away from that information, I can then draw my graph. I have my x-intercepts. Then I can go from there, and between alpha and beta, I can find my axis of symmetry. So between alpha and beta, I can find my axis of symmetry. And then knowing that will let me find my minimum. And if I need to, also I can find my y-intercept, because when the y-intercept is when x equals 0. Okay? What I'll do is, in the next video, you'll see an example.